Well, hey everybody, welcome to the shop. It's Wednesday. Let's do a little Wednesday talk, and then I got to get to work. The trash truck, right? I know there's a bunch of y'all out there that's watching this thing because it's gonna be a decent little runner. Still messing with the carburetor. I haven't had the money to buy the carb kit. I mean, honestly, I've had some money issues here that came from out of nowhere. So that's kind of on the back burner till I get out of this financial situation. But I'm sure a lot of y'all are wondering why I called that truck the trash truck. Well, here we go. When I started building the daily driver engine for the 85 Blazer, the one I took to the No Name Nationals this last year, there was a bunch of people. It's trash. Why would you even play with a 2.8? Why would you spend your time? Why would you do this? Why would you do that? Well, guys, it's simply because I had a blower that I bought 10 or 12 years, 10 years ago, and just been sitting around. And the engine in that 85 was a perfect one to stick it on. So we pulled the engine out of the 85 and rebuilt one that came out of the 84, stuck in the 85, just to get to the No Name Nationals. But that's the reason I call it the trash truck. Everybody was calling it trash. It's trash. It's trash. Why spend money on a trash engine? And then plus, every time we got boxes of stuff in the house, I just throw them out there in the back of that truck. So naturally, it's a trash truck. But I'm telling you right now, that little engine is great. Let's see if I can pull 300 horses out of it. Everybody was always telling me, do a V8 swap, do a V8 swap, do a V8 swap. All right, well, if I go buy a stock 350, stick it down there, we'll be talking about 180, 200 horsepower. That's about all you're going to get. You're going to get some low-end torque out of it compared to what that little 2.8 does. But if I can pull 300 horsepower out of that little 2.8, I've already beat the V8 swap, right? I didn't have to cut, I didn't have to buy, I didn't have to do nothing. I just had to build the engine. So, still, it's one of them oddball things. I think she's gonna run like a scalded dog. My job is get it right and get the money to get it done and get the Sykes in this year, which is not looking good at the present moment. But I'll dig out this thing. What else is I wanting to say on this Wednesday talk? Now, I'm glad a bunch of y'all are watching this, and I'm sorry I'm not real specific on stuff because that's just not me. This is what I done. This is how I done it. Yada yada yada. But I still got to rebuild that carburetor. I think Lars, he said, "Hell, I'll buy the carb kit. I'm in it this deep, right?" Still got to check with John. I would like for Lars to run it down the strip once. He's been spending money on it just like me. We still got the transmission to go. I was leaning towards a big rebuild. Just completely rebuild it. Throw a shift kit in it and all that kind of crap. Mess with the valve body. I'm not going to have the money. So I'm thinking just, new clutches, seals. Because you look inside that transmission, it looks brand new. So I'm just leaning towards, let's just do let's just perk her up a little bit. And then I still got to get the rear end out, send it to Layton, have him welded up. I'm still fighting with putting 14 gears in it this year because I may have to use that for a daily driver because the transmission in the 85 is about shot. So 14 gears on the highway is not going to be what I need. This little engine's going to suck gas anyway. I know ASO, Auto Salvage Outlaws, he was telling me about rear ends and stuff like that. Well, hey, I got no problem with buying a rear end and just sticking it in there, you know, positive traction. But I don't want to do modifications. I want to have it just all right, here it is, bolted in there, right? I don't want to be grinding perches off and re-welding them, all that stuff. That's not what I do. I just like to take what I have and do the best I can with what I have and see how it turns out. And then, hey, didn't turn out right. Let's throw another $200-300 at it. And let's do this, and this, and see what happens, right? That's just like this year, that little engine, it actually needs a head supported on it. For y'all that don't know, the little 2.8's got some little stuff that General Motors put in there for cold idles. That kind of pushes the fuel around and makes it, right, at cold idle. All that stuff needs to be gone. I didn't do that. I'm saving that for a later horsepower game, right? Let's just take what I got right now, do what I got to do, and get it to the race. Hopefully, this thing, last year, that little 85, with that burnt out transmission, it done 14s and 8. I mean, it wasn't too shabby for what it was. But this one, right now, I think, honestly, 8's 10. Right now, just the way it is. And without doing any more machine work to it. So, still playing with that. But, you know, you only have so much money and then and time. So, my best thought was, hey, let's just put the thing together just like it is, throw that blower on top of it, and see what the heck happens, right? And then, I don't go racing a lot around here. I mean, Lars want me to go down to the local racetrack all the time and run that little thing, but I'm like, every time it leaves the driveway, there's a chance of it just blowing up. And the only thing I do is, it every time they have the No Name National stuff, it's around my birthday. So that's my birthday gift to me, and get to meet y'all guys and sit around and, bullshit and drink a few beers with you and cook out, that kind of thing. That's what I'm all about. I used to be at Beach Bend Raceway all the time, right? Constantly. I don't have time and money to do that crap no more. So anyway, there you go. There's a little explanation on why the trash truck is called the trash truck. Everybody was giving me, I had one guy give me, he said, I'll give you $50 if you blow it up. What? You have no confidence in what's going on, man. Just let's see what happens. And that's the way I've always been. Let's just take what we got, modify it the best we can. Let's not be cutting fender wells out, beating firewalls back just to get something stuck down in there, man. Let's take what you got. If we can get 300 horsepower out of a 2.8, that beats the crap out of spending $2,000-3,000 on a kit to put a 350 or a small block in that thing. It's going to be the same crap no matter what. But there you go. There's the Wednesday talk. Y'all hang in. I'll get it. I will get it running. Just need to get that carburetor fixed, and I'm not sure that's going to work out. I may end up having to take out a quick fuel. Give them a couple $100 and let them do it, because they re-anodize it. I've done that 2 or 3 times with some 390s. So, hey, I'm not out of the race yet. Just some financial issues has came up, and it's causing me to have to step back a little bit. That's why you're getting the sharpening and all that kind of stuff, because I don't have any car stuff to put up until I get that straightened out. But hey, there's the Mincy Talk. Y'all have a good day, good evening, good night, whenever you see this. Like, share, subscribe. Just hang in. This is going to turn out great. Watch and see.